What is up, guys? It's your boy Reclamation, and today we're going to be showcasing how to get the brand new WOLFSBANE Exotic. It says sword, but it's really an axe within Destiny 2 Ash and Iron. And so, let's get started. Alright, so to get this new exotic weapon, you need to complete the brand new exotic mission, Heliostat. And to find it, simply open up Pinnacle Ops and it'll just be there. That's right, there's no fanfare, it's not on the main portal menu, it's not in the directory, it's just in Pinnacle Ops. Now importantly, the first time you select this mission, it does have a tailored intro experience. You're not able to go in and customize it like other portal activities and change modifiers and so on. So simply load that up and get started with the mission. So, upon entering the mission, you're going to have some enemies you need to kill, and then you have a white circle on the ground, similar to where you would place a rally flag, but this time you're going to be using these white circles to call in scions. This first one is going to be a shielding scion. So once this guy appears, you head near him, and then you will get a bubble, as you can see. This will let you run through these like radiation fields that are exploding, and you actually have to plant and summon another one to extend your psionic protection buff. Then you're going to keep going through this exotic mission, guys, and you're going to get past where that exploding radiation is, and you're going to get past where you need your shield. And then we have the next kind of scion that you're going to need to use to solve these puzzles, and that is a Quicksilver Scion. So you summon this guy, and then they're going to kind of run around the map to a nearby doorway. Now, you need to help them open up this doorway, and you can do that by standing on this like Vex circle here that is going to spawn when you kill these specific Minotaurs. And then you're going to get Radiolarial Suffusion. It's actually going to build up as you stand on it, and once you build it up all the way, you can see the Quicksilver Scion like go to where you need to head through, and then you need to help this Scion dissolve this blocked passageway, and then you can head through, guys. Then you're in this next room, and you kind of have a culmination of mechanics. So shoot this object right here to spawn more enemies, then eventually you'll kill the Minotaur that's going to drop the Radiolarial Suffusion. You stand in it until you get the full buff, and then you actually need to watch where the Quicksilver Scion goes, because there's multiple blocked passageways. You need to figure out where he's going and go and help him with the one he's currently at. Once you get through there, guys, then you're going to need to shoot another one of these objects inside, and then go back to the middle and kill enemies. And you're going to do this over and over again until you have gone through the 4 blocked passageways, shot the 4 objects, which is going to be the 4 security nodes destroyed you need for this objective. Now, once you are done with this, guys, a passageway will actually open up in the floor, as you can see right here, and now you actually have a bunch of different passageways, a bunch of different doors you can choose. But as you can see, if you go to the wrong one, it opens up, there's nothing there, and then a bunch of electricity will spawn and kill you if you stand there for too long. So which is the right doorway? Well, it's actually going to be the one that has a little light at the top on the ceiling, as you can see right here. Every other doorway that's going to electrocute you does not have this little light. Now, you can see the correct one like we go to right here, but it actually says it requires clearance. So what you need to do first is head over to this object right here and interact with it, and that will give you the access granted you need. You go back to that one door with the light above it to continue forward. Then it's the same scenario. You have a bunch of different doorways. Most of them are incorrect and will electrocute you. You have to look for the one with that small light on the ceiling, as you can see right here, and that will open up and let you progress to the next area with, guess what? More doorways you can select. Specifically, you're going to go around here, and again, you have your choice of a bunch of different doors. You head to the one right in front of you, and you're always looking for those doors that specifically have that little light on the ceiling, and you can see the route we head in the background gameplay, guys. Now, eventually, you're going to get to another circle, and you have a new type of scion that you can summon, a hacking scion. So, when you summon this guy, he's kind of just going to stand around. You actually need to head to a nearby monitor and call Hacking Scion to go and begin his hacking. Now, once the Scion is hacking, you need to go and find another monitor that lets you do a partner hack. So you can see right here, it's simply on the other side of this area. You crawl through here, and then I can execute a partner hack, and that will progress the objective. Now, those are the 3 types of scions, and now in the exotic mission, things are about to get more and more complex in terms of these puzzles. In the very next room, guys, you need to start the hacking scion, and then on the other side, you actually have 3 different monitors you can choose, right? There's 3 different symbols. If you select the wrong symbol, as you can see, you start the radiation and you just die. So, which is the correct monitor? Well, you're going to want to head to this other nearby display monitor in the center of the arena, as you can see, and this will show one of the symbols, guys. So in this case, it shows, the arrows pointing left, and so I go to the 3 monitors, I execute the partner hack with that matching symbol, the arrows pointing left, and that's going to complete it. Now, this next part, you need to slide down here while shooting these electrical nodes to get rid of the electrical barriers so you don't die when you're sliding down here. Then we get into this big area here. Simply kill the enemies in front of you guys, and then in the middle, you're gonna have another hacking scion section. So, for this part, guys, you can see that in the very center, there is a bunch of different monitors, but 3 of them are lit up. This is essentially the code you need to enter. So we're going to be starting here left to right. So in our case, you can see the leftmost symbol on these walls, and there's actually, it's like a triangular pillar. So there's 3 walls, and they all have the same 3 symbols in the same order. So the leftmost symbol is the arrows pointing left. Then we have arrows pointing right, and then finally we have a square symbol. So what you actually need to do is go to 3 different nearby passageways, right, that are aside from the area you just came in, and you can see that these lead to different structures, and each one of these different structures has a monitor where you can call the hacking scion. But you guys can look and see that in these separate structures, there's 3 different symbols displayed in the back, guys. So you need to go and look around for those symbols you need. So specifically for us, again, the leftmost symbol was the arrows pointing left. So we need to go and figure out which one of these different structures has that symbol of arrows pointing left. Only one of the 3 separate structures will have this left arrows symbol, right? All the other ones will just have 3 completely different symbols. So when you find the one you need, you can see that you need to shoot the vents and kind of uncover a secret passageway to let you get in to these separate structures. And that means I need to call the hacking scion to that monitor that is facing the structure that has the correct symbol. So I call the scion, I head through the secret passageway, I partner hack on that correct symbol, and boom, that is 1 out of 3 selected. Then we go to the next structure where we have the arrows pointing right that we need for that code in the main pillar. As you guys can see, we discover the little secret passageway to get to that separate structure, kill the enemies there, and execute a partner hack with that correct symbol we need. Now, importantly, we actually had a bit of a glitch here, a bit of an issue I wanted to tell you guys about. You had to be standing in the perfect position to activate some of these symbols. We're going to activate this one, and then we're going to go to the last area to activate the last square symbol. And you'll see when I try to execute that partner hack, depending on where I'm moving, often the prompt doesn't appear. So sometimes you have to be jumping, you have to be on top of it. You might have to move around quite a bit to actually get the prompt to appear. At least that was our experience. Now, once you've activated all 3 of the correct symbols, guys, then your objective is going to update. and a bunch of enemies are going to spawn in the middle. Take them down, and you're going to get a little reward chest, just like a midway point reward chest. After this point, guys, you're going to head outside after activating this monitor here, and you're going to have to ride this like elevator and make your way through this like exploding radiation obstacle course. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can see the first way is that nearby we have a shielding scion we can summon, and so we can have these shields that protect us from these radiation explosions, and we can just kind of go through. But you can also just time it. Like you can see as we're going through this jumping puzzle that the radiation explosions have very defined like circles, radiuses around them where the radiation goes to, as long as you time them and like jump on the platforms when they're not there or when they've just disappeared. As you can see, you'll be able to make it through these jumping puzzles without actually needing the shields from the scion. So, regardless of what you choose, you make your way through the jumping puzzle until you get to this area here, where you're going to kind of travel through to this special area where you have like glass walls around you, and you have a activatable kiosk here, so you can activate the grav lift access, and that's actually going to open up. It kind of looks like a radiation explosion, but this is actually a teleporter, so you're going to go through here, and this teleports you to kind of a special middle area where the grav lift is. You can see there's only one of two green lights active, so we came from like that way, and so we're gonna head the other way, guys. Again, you can get the shields, or you can just try to get through by yourself. But you're going to continue with this jumping puzzle until you get to this area here. Again, similar thing where you find a tunnel with like glass walls, and then we have another thing you can activate, and that will open another portal to jump back to the central area, and the grav lift is now open. So you're going to head up this grav lift, and then we get to kind of the final boss fight here, guys. So now we have kind of a culmination of all of the different scions and mechanics. All three types of scions are going to be here. So slay out on ads until you kill the Minotaur. Stand within this circle to get the radiolarial suffusion. Once it's charged up, follow that Quicksilver scion and go and take down that first barrier. Now, once you do, you're going to head up, and you're going to see a monitor that you can call the hacking scion to. Now, you'll see us kind of not do it right away because we're trying to figure out what the mechanics are, but all you need to do is call in this hacker scion right away, and you can see the symbol you need to activate is right beside it to the right. In this case, it's like the leftmost arrows. Once you put that hacking scion there, you're going to kill ads, you're going to unlock another blocked passageway with the Quicksilver scion, so he's just gonna like go to the next place you need. You can see here my teammates unlocked it. I head through here, and now I have the correct monitor that I need to partner hack that's on the other side of the room where I just was, guys. Now, once you do that, then you're going to have the boss spawn here, guys. So DPS the boss, then unfortunately it'll then say, okay, radiation breach is coming. It'll count down from 10 in the top left corner of your screen, but your scions that are supposed to protect you are locked out. So you need to look for the warden wyvern and kill them as quickly as possible. This will then like let the scions be free and let you get the psionic protection so you can avoid getting killed by that radiation blast, as you can see. Same thing will happen again, like you can DPS the boss, the warden wyvern will spawn again. You got to take that guy down as quickly as possible to get another shield, and then you keep alternating this protecting shield with damaging the boss. And as you can see, you can kill the boss relatively quickly once you're down to his last segment. Once you kill the boss, guys, the last thing you need to do is call the scions. Then you DPS this central warsat right here, and then you're going to interact with this object in the center, and that's going to complete this exotic mission and give you the WOLFSBANE Exotic axe. Now, importantly, guys, this is craftable. This is customizable, so make sure you're going in and extracting the pattern right away for this gun. At that point, you can actually level it up and then open up your directory, the old school directory, and head over to the Enclave in order to craft this weapon and upgrade it. So you can see it has a bunch of different intrinsics and catalysts that you can get. Looking at the catalysts, it seems like one of them is available. It says it's available in Heliostat, and it says the others are not yet available. So maybe this is time gated to once a week. Maybe it's available right now. Guys, make sure you are hitting that notification bell down below so that you're notified, because if any of these are available, I'm going to be hopping on and making a guide for how to get everything that's available as soon as I'm done with this video. So that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.